I'll go first. So
You go first. You go first.
So I read the script. We actually share an agent. Hey,
sorry,
come on,
so
guy.
I'm so sorry.
Jeez, can we? No. We actually share an agent, Christine over at CAA in the States, and she sent me Daniela forever, and she was like, I think you really should take a look at the script. It's like it's an amazing sort of story, very counterintuitive in how it's kind of told and how the development is. But the director's Nacho Vigalondo, and I was like, colossal. And she was like, yeah, have you seen it? And I was like, I remember I went to the cinema to go watch it, and I thought, how can you tell this story and have it so complete? You know, it was such a complex story to tell in very different sort of perspectives. So for me, and I remember saying to myself, I was like, wow, whoever that guy is, like, really was able to achieve something very difficult. And so I knew of Nacho's work, and to understand the script and what he would bring to it, for me, I was just like, I'm in. Whatever he wants to do, like, I'm gonna throw myself into this and like have this process. So it was not a question for me.
The answer for me that is difficult, I mean, the question that is difficult for me to answer is why you write a script or why you want to make this specific film, because when you're talking about the pure creative terms that you have to deal with in your head, it's like love. Like you don't know why you love someone. Like you don't know why you are in love with that person. Like you know that you want to make this project, but the feeling that you're getting is something pretty close to love. Like, okay, maybe this movie is more commercial. Maybe this movie is more like it's adjusts better to the award season. But this is something that I want to do right now. But because it's a movie that is at the same time tiny and massive. Like because it's a movie that has this weird size. It's not the kind of indie film that you can watch today, but it's not a blockbuster either. It's like it has this kind of weird thing. You accept that, okay, this may never be done, and I have to accept it. But once he appeared, like in the background, just waving his hand, and I was like, oh my God, he's going to make this movie become real, and. Yeah, that's. I know that when you read the news, when you read historians, there's this idea that always sticks to the narrative that we share about directors picking stuff. Like okay, I chose him and I chose her and this is my muse. But the movies are built sometimes the movies are built not by the director. And I feel that in a way this movie has been built by Henry, because once he appears, we are not only able to fill the budget stuff, but I'm also going back to the script and I make a new draft that is adapted to what he's suggesting and what he. Everything that he implies, that the movie becomes way better once I jump back to the script because of him. So the movie is inspired by him in a way. You think about it, if the movie was made in Spain with a Spanish cast and a smaller size, it would be a completely different film, completely different. So yeah, he's.
It's my fault.
No. Yeah. Well, it could be your fault in a way, but it would be. We have to be truthful about all this stuff. How it works. Like once the creative process never stops, and once someone like Henry Golding decides to play the game. Oh, the movie starts to shift and change, and in a really beautiful way. I feel the movie is way better than the script. Your turn.
I think for we're so immediate to try to move on from grief, and we think that's the best result and the best sort of fix for our lives. But often, what fixes the trauma, the real deep down trauma, is to accept the grief and bring it in and open yourself to really exploring what these horrible emotions are. You know, in this day and age, we are afraid of that. We want to move on quickly to the next one. It's like, oh, my lover died. I need to move on and we'll figure out. But in fact, it's actually, it only comes from acceptance that you can move on. And I think this really sort of, this film explores that.
I feel like in Western mainstream media, it's like movies and series, they love to kill characters, but they want to make the grief as smaller, as small as possible. Like it happens in, I remember this essayist, she's called Maggie Mayfish. She has a YouTube channel, Maggie Mayfish, and she speaks about, he does analysis, and she's really funny and clever. And she was talking about how Twin Peaks was felt like a breakthrough when it came to America in the late 90s, because in the soap operas that people were watching, like this character dies, and people cry, but you cut to the commercials, and when you come back, the plot moves on, and no one is crying anymore. Like, okay, they are talking about business, and she's giving the examples. But when Twin Peaks came, it was suddenly a series about people who gets actually broken by a death of a young girl, and that grief looms over the series all the time. Like, and once you get older and you have sadly these kind of experiences, like you realize that. Yeah, I mean, once you feel real hardcore grief, you feel like, okay, this is kind of new. This is not what I expected. This is the different, deeper, and more, and really more disturbing when you go through it. Like what's going on with my brain? What's going on with my life? What's going on with my emotions? And it happens nowadays with big mainstream films, like these franchises. Like, okay, this character dies. Mm-hmm. Okay, one scene of grief, and let's move on. Okay, this is just that. I think it's generous to talk about that without going deep into the I don't know, ultra realistic drama. I feel that it's refreshing to talk about this theme while having this guy running away from a monster and having VFX and ridiculous stuff. I feel like life is the mixture of the dark and the stupid, and a movie showing both is sincere.